Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. When you interact with atheists in Facebook, Twitter, other social media apps, or even in person, you mostly hear this common sentence: religion causes war, religion is a cause of violence, religion incites people to do violent things, or that people kill in the name of religion. But is it true though? Historically, if you ask for a source from a theist, the source is literally, trust me, bro. But what if we actually looked at the sources of wars in history of humankind and see whether that claim is true or not? Tune in till the end to find out more.
إذ قال له ربه أسلم قال أسلمت لرب العالمين.
So let's look at history, the history of war. And to do that, let's go to the Encyclopedia of Wars, authored by Charles Phillips and Alan Axelrod. Now, this Encyclopedia of Wars cites 1,763 wars or historical conflicts that happened throughout the history of mankind, and it is well documented. Now, how much do you think from those 1,763 wars were fought in the name of religion? Take a guess. 50%? 25%? I mean, at least 10%, right? The answer is only 6.87%, or 121 wars out of 1,763 wars were fought by religious groups. Now, how can you say that religion causes war when only their contribution is less than even 7% to all the total wars in human history by political and non-political campaigns? How does religion comes into that effect? Now, you can argue that religion caused less wars, but they caused more bloodshed. Now, let's look at that claim. What is the bloodiest religious wars you know? Or let's take a step back. What is the bloodiest religion you know that waged wars? Most of you might think Islam. Or another one that struck close to home, Christianity. Christianity waged the most wars or the bloodiest wars in history. And when it comes to Christianity, which war are the more famous ones? The Crusades, the 2 century battles between Muslim and Christians. Now, Crusades happened between 1095 to 1291 centuries, and it's basically a span of 2 centuries. Now, how many people died during the Crusades? 2 million to 9 million. These are the estimates. And if we stick with the highest number, 9 million, let's stick with that for the time being, for argument's sake. So, Crusaders killed 9 million people in 2 centuries. Now, let's look at wars that were fought without religious purposes. Let's look at World War One. How many people were killed in World War One in like 5 to 7 years? Somewhere from 35 to 40 million in like 5 to 6, 7 years. World War One, a non-religious war. More bloodiest than the greatest bloodiest war in religious history. Let's look at World War Two. 35 to 60 million people were killed. And even if you say that those wars weren't purely atheistic or caused by people with purely irreligious belief, they were still political wars. And if you want an example of wars fought by atheistic or irreligious people, let's look at Joseph Stalin, our chap here. Joseph Stalin killed in his era somewhere from 6 to 20 million people. One single man, a theist, that's the main point, a theist, killed somewhere from 6 to 20 million people. Where does religion come into effect in causing violence or war here? It seems like when you actually look and read at history, instead of relying on the source, trust me bro, you actually get to the truth. So open your minds and try to read a book. And if you have stuck till the end of this video, I'll probably prefer that if you don't ask that stupid question again to religious people. Wassalam, and inshallah I'll see you in the next video. Allah Hafiz.